The honourable member for Edmonton Ellerslie, followed by the honourable member for Calgary-McCall.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Home Next Door, a facility for families fleeing domestic violence, is being built in my constituency of Edmonton Ellerslie. So my first question to the Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs. The Minister responsible for housing vulnerable Albertans, why is there a perception that the City of Edmonton was left on its own to fund this vital project?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I thank the member for this question, but I'm not exactly sure why the perception is, because the province has actually spent 76%, or $3.25 million, of this entire project. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm not so much concerned about money, because anybody can talk about money. I'm rather concerned about the 29 units that we have for women and children in need. We're helping to break the cycle of domestic violence through our housing programs. That's something we all can be proud of.
Here, here. Honourable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My next question to the same minister. Given that there's a need for these and many more spaces in Edmonton, what is the minister doing to assist more vulnerable families?
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to again thank you, that member, for that question. Last year we spent $188 million on our housing programs in this province. And again, it's $188 million. But it's not so much, again, how much we spend, it's the results. Over the last 3 years, we've constructed 10,800 housing units across this province. We're having a serious dent in our homeless numbers and providing assistance to those who are specifically in need, but also doing so on an open and competitive tendering basis in the best interest of the taxpayer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And my final question to the Minister of Children and Youth Services. Given funding continues to be identified as a need, can the Minister tell all Albertans what is being done to ensure that the safety and security for women and children fleeing family violence?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Family violence does have devastating consequences, Mr. Speaker, and what I'd like everyone to know is that if they are in an abusive situation, that we do have resources available. As this member has mentioned here, Mr. Speaker, we do provide $26 million for 619 beds in 29 emergency shelters for the safety and protection of women and children. $1.1 million of that, Mr. Speaker, is for programming and second-stage housing, and that includes, Honourable Member, what you're interested in is $500,000 is going to Wings of Providence.